got for you guys today, I got a play in NVDA where you could make some money by now in December. But before I break the play down, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. If you need financial advice, check with a financial advisor. I'm just showing you the things that I'm doing, and I'm trying to find my freedom. But anyway, guys, let's get into it, man. So check this out. If you someone that try to make some money by now in December, so like some Christmas money, and you got an extra 500 somewhere laying around, this is how you're going to use that money to make some more money by now in December. So now, since we're talking about a $500 contract, we're spending $500 in NVIDIA. $500 contract not going to get you at the money. So you're going to have to go away from the money with a $500 contract. So let's see what we can find for $500 or $600, between 5 and 6. What we're going to do, the number one thing, we're going to give ourselves time on these option contracts, because once you do that, then your chance of making the stock do what you say it's going to do is much higher. NVIDIA going to 225. That's the number that I'm calling for NVIDIA to go to 225. So we're going to give ourselves from now till January 16, 2026. So we're going to go January 2026. And we're going to get, as I said, a $600 contract, because, we're not trying to spend too much, and we just try to make some money by now and then. Okay, so what you're going to do, we're going to get this contract for $600. And we're going to see if NVIDIA goes up to 225, because that's the number we're looking for. So NVIDIA go to 225 and you make 1,900. So you make 1,900, but you spend 600. So you almost make 2 G's. So you just turn 600 into 2,500. You know what I'm saying? So that's a real quick play in NVIDIA. And you don't have to get that exact contract, but I said those are the good range. What happened? Those are the good range. Those are good range to get NVIDIA. Those are good ranges to get NVIDIA. So if you try to spend more money and get like a contract, you want to choose that same January. You want to do something for January, and you want to spend a little bit more money, so you're going to be closer to the money, because right now you got at the money, and you got in the money, and you got out the money. Out the money would be 188, and upwards would be out the money. At the money would be 187. In the money would be 186, and down would be in the money. So now you want to be closer to the money, because that contract for $600, it was way out the money. Let me see how many. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 slot out the money. That's a lot of slot, you know what I'm saying? So the stock have to move, but just the fact that, this stock gonna move like that, you definitely gonna make the money, but that's way out the slot. Sometimes like that, if the stock drop, you in trouble, you know what I'm saying? So you always want to go closer, but closer gonna run you more money. And you put in this contract for so long, so you're buying time, so, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna cost you, but sometimes it's better to do it this way, because you're not gonna lose. Your chance of do what you say is going to do is, as I said, like 95%. When you do it like this, it's about 95% chance unless something bad happens. So anyway, let's say we're spending $1,400. Okay, so we're going to spend $1,495, and then we're going to call one away from the money. The 187 call, that would be at the money. So we're going to go one away from the money, and let's look at the delta in this one. So we got a pretty decent delta on this one. They got a 5 delta. So 5 delta is pretty good. Your IV is pretty all right on there. So all right, that's cool. So we're gonna go with this contract, right? And 225 is what we're looking for. So we're looking to see NVIDIA go to 225. So we got a contract for $1,495, right? So NVIDIA go to 295 and 225. I would love to go to 295 while I'm holding it with a contract like this. But I do have a couple contracts. I got about 60 contracts, and then, well, I got more than that. But 295, and you're looking at $2,788, and that would be 225 and 41 cents. And that's how much you make. Now your contract would worth $4,278. So that's what your profit would be, $2,788. You feel me? So when you really look at it, you spend that kind of money, but you get a nice little return on that. And that's just you having one contract. If you have more than one contract, then what I'm saying, we talking about you looking at over 5 G's right there off of just 2 contracts. So it all depends on how much money you have. You know what I mean? But that's how you make some money from now and December. So we saying December, but you're really gonna put the contract to January. But by now in January, that's how you turn